You want to know why men don't take women seriously anymore? Because women no longer value themselves or respect themselves or value or respect men. They're no longer trying to preserve themselves for their future husband. They're no longer trying to stay pure and stay loyal to one man. They're no longer willing to do anything that a man actually values in a woman. So men just don't want to deal with it anymore. They're just like, you know what? I would rather be single and get myself a dog. Or in my case, a bunny. If you as a woman want to be taken seriously by a man, start taking yourself seriously and start respecting your future man. That's it.
I want you guys to know that when you have a man who knows who he is without you, that will be one of the most scariest experiences for you. Because you found your value in what you can be for him. And when he's already learned how to be all of that without you, it calls you to a higher level within yourself. Because now you don't get to hide your insecurities behind doing for him. He can do that for himself. You don't have to hide all your fears and getting his approval. He has his own approval. Dating him will be the most scariest experience for you because it requires you to confront yourself. There's a different level of depth that comes with a man who is healed.
Yeah. If he wants a sandwich,
you make daddy a sandwich.
Most of the time.
No. Let me ask you this. Well, okay, let me ask you this. If me and you out and somebody say something slick to you,
you punch him in the face.
You want me to smack him in his mouth, right?
That's right.
So if I take you on a date and I say, look, baby, we gonna go Dutch.
No.
Exactly. If we walking up to the car and I don't open your car door, what do you say?
Open the door.
You better believe it.
Yeah, no, I am with you. I think
so you make daddy a sandwich.
Brothers are paying child support on a kid that they don't even see. And you think that men are excited about marriage? They have to pay for a house that they don't even live in. You think men are excited about commitment?
I will always remember when my mom said to me that with the right man, I'll have the courage to start a family with him. And she said this to me during a period of my life when I did not believe in marriage and I didn't want to have kids because the guy I dated didn't want to get married and didn't want to have kids. And I think it was so easy to convince myself and change my beliefs for him because I knew deep down that I didn't want to get married to him, that I didn't want to have kids with him. I just didn't have the emotional discipline to leave that relationship. Because as soon as I got out of that relationship, wanting my own family became a non-negotiable for me. And I realized that it was because I didn't feel a sense of security and stability when I was with him, that I didn't feel like he would have been an adequate husband or father.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video.
Being independent doesn't mean you stop deserving a man who shows up. Choosing yourself doesn't mean choosing to carry everything alone. An empowered woman doesn't need to be rescued, but she deserves someone who knows how to build. She's not looking for a man to pay her bills. She's looking for reciprocity, emotional backing, stability, presence, commitment. The provider isn't the man who covers everything financially. He's the man who covers you with respect, with leadership, with a love that feels like safety. Strong women get tired too. Tired of being the one who figures it out, holds it together, carries it all. You built your own life. That doesn't mean you have to build it alone. When two independent people choose each other, that's not dependency, that's intention. A provider man doesn't intimidate a strong woman. He inspires her. And when she finally finds him, she doesn't compete, she completes.
A lot of these modern women are asking for a provider man, a traditional man, that sort of type of romance, right? But then you're not really going to love and respect a man like he's asking for. You're not even going to be doing 25% of that.
I'm gonna say that again. Most men don't get their flowers until they're on their funeral day. So since men rarely get praise, rarely get appreciation from the opposite gender, guess what happens when we get it? We actually know how to behave. We actually appreciate it because for a man to get a gift from a woman is rare. So we appreciate it. And this is precisely why the man must always be the adored person in the relationship. In a relationship, there's always going to be someone that cares more than the other in the relationship. In other words, there's always going to be a party chasing the other more. Mainstream society will tell you, happy wife, happy life. You need to make the girl happy. That's stupid and it's wrong. It's happy king, happy kingdom, because you built the kingdom. This is just living in it.
Funny guys are dangerous. They will make you laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh, and then poof, you're pregnant again.
You want to know, men, Where do you guys hang out? Where do you go?
I'll take that one. So many women can't seem to figure out where men hang out. And the reason why they can't figure out where men hang out is because they're not going to where they are. But I know where they are. One place that you were most definitely 100% sure to meet a man is at a sports bar on a Sunday. Especially right now because it's football season, baseball season, and basketball season all together. I don't know how the men handle it when all their sports teams are playing at once. But we're gonna find out at Single Girlies Game Day on November 13th. It's a Sunday fun day from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. and it's my first official event, you guys. Ah! Like me, that's right, the Sparkle Queen. I'm going to be hosting at the Nickel Mine in the West LA Sawtell area. And at the essence of the event, we are hanging out with some girlfriends. You're going to meet new girlfriends, but then we're going to be in a space that we're surrounded by men. I'd say that's a win-win-win.
A lot of these men try to be gentlemen. They try to open the door. They try to be chivalrous. They try to be generous. But modern women don't really appreciate a man like that. And they want a man to wait around until they grow or develop an appreciation for him. But that doesn't really make a lot of sense to men at all.
Pay salary cap gonna do for me? The max you'll ever be able to get to is what, 150? Yeah, no, we're good. I need you in a career that is going to make us money. I am a lover of luxury. I like expensive things. I like expensive vacations. So will you, if you're my man. So we need a career that can support that.
Then you make the money. You make 150K, then you have 300K. Or you make $1 million and then he can make his salary and then you guys add it together. What do you offer in the relationship? You never specified. I am genuinely curious. What do you bring? What do you bring to the table? All I heard was me, I. Less than 4% of men are 6'2" or taller. And 25% of men make 100K or more. And you're not even okay with that. It's gotta be more than that. And less than 1% of people make over 500K a year? Is that enough for you? And that's not even just the men. I mean, there's women in that too, somewhere.
Okay, so boom. You're a guy. You go out on a date with a girl. You have an amazing time. You follow up after the date and you say, hey, I had a great time. I'd love to see you again. Let's plan date number 2. Role reverse. As the girl, you had a good time, but there were a couple things he said during that date that made you say, get somebody else to do it. Men prefer that the woman just communicate that, like, hey, thanks so much, I had a great time, but this isn't my cup of tea? Or do they just prefer that the woman ghosts, leaves it, doesn't say anything? And this is not a rhetorical question, because sometimes I do feel like the way that men treat women is the way that they want women to treat them. For example, women hate the whole smile, sweetheart, when men say that to them, but men actually love it. In the grocery store, you tell a man, smile, sweetheart, literally 10 out of 10 pickup line. They love it. They eat it up. Is it the same thing in this situation with potential rejection? Let me know. This is a real life scenario. I'm wondering if I should text this man.
A lot of these men know that a woman will get online and say, I'm strong and independent. I don't need no man. But then be having him in the other room while hollering and screaming all this stuff, he paying the bills, but then still be online getting validation and attention from other dudes in her DMs.
Being in a relationship is so much more expensive for a woman than a man because more often than not, having the child.
Yeah, can't work for a while.
You can't work for a while. And that's not just the amount of time off or whatever that you lose out on that income. It's that what that income could have compounded over the course of your lifetime. And there are things like, oh, well, if I spend a decade of my life being the household CEO, I prefer that versus a stay-at-home mom because you really are the CEO of the house.
You are.
You are the chef, the chauffeur, you are the maid, you are the person who is the project manager, you are
teacher,
you're doing it all.
Yeah.
You really are doing it all. But if you're doing all of that unpaid labor, which by the way, the unpaid labor accounted for in a global society is in the trillions, we just don't really factor it in because most of the time it's done by women. And we don't value their time the same as we do men's. And so I would say having a prenup where you have already agreed that you will get a mom salary so that you can have your own money. So even if you are a stay-at-home parent, you still have your own money because 99% of cases include financial.
Interesting.
A lot of men, you know, it's funny because modern women want men to give them attention. Oh, but give me attention the right way. Don't be a creep about it. Yeah, I understand that, and I understand where you're coming from. But some of y'all will be acting like a man is bothering you for even trying. Well, he should know I don't like him. How would I know that? I don't know who you are.
I have been noticing quite a lot of name calling lately. And no, it's not just because I've been called some very interesting terms lately. Oh, a couple of them are real doozies, I gotta say. But no, I've been seeing it running quite rampant all over not just social media, but the media as well. And it's quite unfortunate to see adults acting in such a manner, because that's not something that adults should be doing, I should think. At least not well-educated adults, at any rate. Because when a person resorts to name-calling, most of us are aware that that means that person has already lost the argument because they have nothing in form of a rebuttal prepared for what that person has said. They can't attack anything in the argument, so they attack the person directly. And unfortunately, that's usually a sign that they haven't been properly educated, not only in general, but especially in the subject matter in which they're trying to insult that person. So, yeah, let's cut out the name calling because it makes a lot of individuals look quite bad.
If you are beautiful, smart, and successful, you will have by far the hardest time in dating. And it's not because you're lacking in any way. In fact, it's the opposite. As you've probably experienced, many men think they want a confident, independent woman, but when it comes down to actually meeting one, it's a whole different story. These men know that you don't need them in a traditional sense. So unless they're extremely secure, which most people are not, this brings up a ton of insecurities for them and challenges their masculinity. Since they know you don't need them, they may feel some lack of control over the situation and be afraid that you're going to leave them for someone better. Some of these men might even resent you and feel kind of competitive with you. In any case, a lot of these men end up deciding that they'd rather commit to a woman who seems less challenging to them and ultimately less threatening to their ego. My take on this: you deserve a partner who admires you, supports you, and celebrates you, not someone who sees you as a competitor and as a threat. And while finding a man like this might take a little bit longer, I do believe they're out there and I really think it'll be worth the wait. And let me remind you that the partner you're with is one of the biggest factors in your happiness and your success. So I really think it's better to stay single, date around, explore your options versus settling for the wrong person. Keep your standards high and never dim your shine for anyone, especially a man. I love you, and follow for more tips.
All these men are out here actually giving men, or giving women, excuse me, well, that's the type of stuff that you like. A lot of these men are out here giving women the life that they say they wanted. But women just can't figure out how not to fumble it, how not to mess it up, how not to say, you know what, this is a good man. Let me go ahead and appreciate this man for who he is to me and what he does.
Women don't say this, but they feel it in their body. We don't want a nice guy everywhere. We want a man that knows when to be soft and when to take over. Be the gentleman in public. Open doors, speak calm, make her feel safe. But behind closed doors, don't ask her what she wants every second. Don't hesitate. Don't play unsure. Lead. Look at her like you already decided. Touch her like you mean it. Move like you are not guessing. Not aggressive, not careless. Certain. Because the truth is, the good girl is not as innocent as you think. She doesn't want to run the moment. She wants to feel you can. That she can let go because you won't. That contrast, that switch, that's what gets her. The man who holds her hand in public and grips her hair in private. The one who makes her feel safe and wanted. Not one or the other, both. Every single time.
These modern women want men to perform this sort of traditional role as sort of like a party trick. You don't really want the actual traditional. You just want the face of it. And the man needs to act how you want him to act behind closed doors. But in public, do all of the things to let them know that I picked a good one and I'm just the greatest.
Ladies, a lot of men, where you're saying men don't do nothing for you, a lot of them are not taking care of you because you think you're You want to be a man. You want to run a house. You want to run a conversation. You just want to run everything. And there are maybe a small 2% of men who will allow that. But a real man is not going to allow you to run him. Simple. Okay? We understand you're independent. We understand you're getting money. We understand you're paying your bills. You're an adult. That's what you're supposed to do. I don't know why so many women that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to take care of yourself. But when you get with that right man, he's going to come in and he's going to take lead. And then when you see him taking lead, that's when you step back in your femininity. Allow him to be a king and you sit back and be a queen and then just be you. All that extra, like, boy, you don't tell me what to do. I'm grown. I pay my own bills. Well, he ain't about to pay your bills now because you already think you're running stuff and y'all been talking for 3 days. Calm down.
I think modern women believe that dudes are just going to let them just run rampant. Just do whatever you want. Just be however you want. I know I'm about to clown you. I know I'm about to act a fool. Go ahead. Why not? Go ahead. This is what a lot of modern women are thinking that men are going to let them do. But men are tired of that nonsense. And what you're running into is men not receiving you or not being as receptive to being walked all over as they used to be. See, you caught a man when he was being a gentleman, but now he's like, I don't know you.
Asking as a man, how much of the, I guess, behaviors coming from women are often subtle requests for feeling safe? Because I think you beautifully articulated how we kind of go about deriving a sense of safety in 2 different ways.
Yeah.
And for the guys listening in, and also for the women to understand both themselves and in relation to a man, the subtle request for safety and the innumerable actions and behaviors that, one might have. What do you think about that?
How much of it? Oh, golly. Spectrum. So for many women, it could be all of it. For others, there's times we're seeking safety, and other times we're seeking respect, right? Trust and respect are in the domain of productivity. And so we'll do something that seems the opposite of seeking safety. We're can I say pissed?
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't draw the line there.
Yeah. And we'll abandon safety because of how that our anger is bigger than the fear in that moment. And we will come at you for what we see as a lack of respect. And I think it's why it's so important to ask. And that's the biggest pitfall, I would say, of being human, that we don't ask. What do you need? And it could be, I need you to say, I'm sorry, I hurt your feelings, which is illogical to a man. How could I have hurt your feelings? I didn't punch you. That's an hour-long conversation. Or I need you to take that back. I said this to a man a couple weeks ago. Take that back.
A lot of these modern women, even though they're saying they're not alone, even though they're saying they're not lonely, you actually are. How do we know? When you get tired of running from it, you'll tell us. You'll let us know online. Hey, I'm tired of doing this. Hey, I'm tired of living this life. Hey, I'm tired of being strong and independent. I'm tired of saying, well, I'm retiring that phrase. I don't know who made up that phrase. I don't know who said that. You said that. That's something that you adopted. So whenever modern women get tired of doing all of these boss babe things, guess where they end up? Guess where they end up? Right back in front of that screen asking for a man.
I'm looking for a woman that's not only fit, feminine, cooperative, and submissive. I'm looking for someone that is ready to be a wife. The good book says when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing. And I'm looking to find my good thing. I do want a woman that has some sort of independence, that she wants to be with me, but she also has her own life that she can spend with her friends. She do her own things sometimes, maybe even travel a little bit, but also want someone that's there for me. That's all about the honor, respect, the duty, understands those things. I preferably like a woman with no children, and I also preferably like a woman without tattoos. She does very minimal tattoos, but definitely not a butterfly tattoo or one on the neck. I like a woman that loves sports because of the fact I've coached for over 20 years. Whatever it is, whether it's pickleball, handball, whatever ball she likes, that's what I like. So hopefully I can find her on Meet to Marry, because at the end of the day, I'm getting a little older in there. I can't be the old guy in the club forever. So I want to be able to find someone to meet to marry. And hopefully this shows where I find her.
You're telling me as women, this is what we fought for? To go to work. To work. In any conditions, impossible.
I don't think women really grasp the understanding of males. When a woman says, I have these dudes in my DM. Yeah, you have a bunch of me's in your DM. And the personality of a man is, if you have a man, I'm going to keep throwing him a rock. I want to be number 2. I don't want to be number 1. Because the fact you're giving me attention lets me know you're looking at this bait. I'd rather be a number 2. We already know what number 1. Number 1, you're the dude that you complain about to number 2. You're going to complain about me to him. He knows about me. I don't know about him. You're giving him all the fun part of you. I'm dealing with the bull. You're getting all the cootie cat and that. Wow, no, that's what I want. I want the non-headache of you. So number 2s always love to just sit back and, hey, yeah, I get to enjoy it. Those are the DMs. Everybody want to be number 2 in the DM. They don't want the responsibility of what you bring in. But women don't understand this. Why would I ever want to be number 1 after being number 2? I know what you're capable of. I hear your complaints. You know what I mean? If you want this dude on the side as a woman, you ignore him and say, I can't with you until I'm single. But I'm going to respect my man, even though I don't like this dude right here. I can't talk to you until I'm done with him. A dude will want you more because of that. If I can get you while you're with a man, I don't want you.
Where are all the good men? If you a good man, please step to the front. And if you wondering about us good women, we're around. I mean, we probably at home. We'll come out, do what we got to do. We mind our own business, and then we right back at home. So if you happen to run into one of us good women, you better think fast, okay? Because it might be a missed opportunity.
Babe, do you check out other girls? Obviously other than me?
Yeah? What, do you think you're that special that I only look at you?
No, stop playing. I'm being for real.
So am I. What do you think? You just deserve me to just only look at you.
Okay, so...
There's so many baddies out there,
Okay, where are you looking at them?
Everywhere. Social media, in person, the gym, everywhere.
You check out other girls. When you have a girlfriend. Is that not weird to you?
You look at other guys.
When do I look at other guys?
All the time.
When do I do that?
You work with guys. You have guy friends.
I don't have guy friends. What girls do you be checking out?
I'm just saying, if
so
she got that thing on there,
so you want someone else then?
No.
Is what you're saying?
No.
Then why are you looking?
If that thing is, I'm a peep it. That's all I'm
so you're just looking to see the body?
No feelings attached. Straight cheeks.
Okay, what's wrong with me though?
There's nothing wrong with you.
So why do you feel the need to look at other girls then?
I don't feel the need. It's more like...
You think that's normal?
I think it's honestly the most normal thing.
Okay, well how do you think I feel then?
I think it makes you feel good.
You know what Bridgerton made me realize? No one has ever liked me like that, dude. Bring back insatiable yearning. I say it every single episode. Bring back yearning. Normalize male yearning. We are on a campaign tour right now across America, across the 7 seas. Normalize male yearning. I want to see begging on knees. I want to see clasped fists like this. I want to hear, please, please. Another day, another failed Bechdel test.
Remember Paula Cole's song, Where Have All the Cowboys Gone? I feel like I'm always singing that in my head, just looking for signs of life, of just men, you know? Case in point, I just was in a pretty busy shopping center around lunchtime. I was walking up to a UPS store carrying 2 pretty big boxes that I needed to return to Amazon. They were awkward. It was heavy. You could tell that I was struggling. Guys were around me everywhere. Notice I say guys and not men. It was as if I didn't exist. And then all of a sudden I hear the kind voice of a woman saying, "Can I help you?" Yes, you can. Not only did she go out of her way to kind of catch up to me and get a door for me, but she was carrying a couple of pretty big bags of a to-go order, and that didn't stop her. I was so grateful. But for the guys, it's just nothing. Nothing.
Please.
14 men, 4 women.
To this day?
Yes.
That's great.
Yeah, I think once you know how to make you come,
you safer than rap.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh, you wifey material.
I don't. I think I need a little more experience.
Jack, man, Carlos, you don't see what I see?
Nobody believes me.
I believe you.
Yeah, because I keep a list.
No, I definitely believe you.
Because, you know, you have to have IDs and stuff. So, like, the list started after, like, the 6th non-porn person. So it's all, like, porn people and the couple people that I was sleeping with on the side.
Carlos, I saw it first.
You were never meant to beg a man for love and commitment. When are we going to be official? When is he going to commit to me? Let me remind you of something real quick. For centuries, it was men showing up, begging for the opportunity to court and then marry you. It wasn't him test driving you for 5 years like you're a used car. Well, he decides and he wonders if he's ready to step up. It wasn't him ordering Ubers at 11:30 p.m. on a Thursday night to have you come over like you're a FedEx package. It was not him saying, let's just see where it goes. Let's see where it goes so he can bang you and 3 other women without stepping up and making a commitment. It was him showing up ready and intentional to court and marry you. You're not built to wait years on end and cry over a guy while he decides about you. You're built to be a queen and for a man to show up and be intentional about you. History says so. History says you're the prize. History says men chased you, and history says men prove themselves. So how about you step in line with your history and you treat yourself like the queen you're built to be?
So one thing that my boyfriend did that I thought was so funny, he's like, listen, there's one rule in the jacuzzi. I'm like, what? He's like, there's no bathing suits. And I was like, what? Come on. He's like, no, it ruins the pH. You can't have a bathing suit in there. I'm like, okay. But it was so funny. But sure enough, we're both naked in the jacuzzi. Goes back to the endearing nature of boys being fucking boys. One of the things that makes women see men as more boyfriend material is when they can go back and forth between flirty, deviant, fun, almost like teenage boy, you know, not unapologetic about his sexuality, and safe, good guy, you know, that creates that feminine containment that we're talking about. A man that can juggle both of these roles, very, very erotic. We see these guys as having true potential, but it's the men that are apologetic with their sexuality and therefore they attach shame to it, so they don't want to go there. Those men fail because they stay in like just white knight, nice guy frame, or go too far the other side where they are just boys and really they don't have any of the feminine containment, you know, that women, you know, might even have fun with, but then they're long term, they're like, I don't want. If you can juggle both, this is where boyfriend material lives.
Yearning, bring back yearning, bring back yearning. Why aren't we yearning? Why aren't the men yearning?
Why aren't the men yearning? Yearn.
I'll tell you why men don't yearn for women anymore. I've seen countless videos like this one pop up on my For You page of women complaining that men aren't romantic anymore, that they don't chase or yearn like they used to, basically pointing the finger at men, per usual. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Most modern women today are too busy trying to become the man they want to be with, instead of becoming the woman a man would want to be with. We've got a whole generation of women operating in pure masculine energy, and then wondering why masculine men aren't interested. You're out here being independent, being the boss, making your own money, claiming you don't need anyone. All of that is masculine energy. And a straight man isn't going to yearn for another man, babe. Masculine energy doesn't yearn for masculine energy. It competes with it. But instead of taking the time to deeply reflect, we'd rather blame men and ask, why don't they yearn anymore? Instead of asking ourselves, how do we become a woman worth yearning over? It's always the men's fault, never ours, right? But accountability is what separates women from girls. If you want a man to yearn for you, give him something to yearn for. Stop trying to be him and start embracing those feminine qualities you were inherently born with.
Here are 4 things that women do accidentally that stop men from approaching them in the wild. Number 1, the do not disturb trio. You got your headphones in, your sunglasses on, and phone in hand. Now, any one of these sends the same message. I am not available. Do not disturb. But all 3, he is not coming anywhere near you. If you're open to connection, your body needs to say so. Number 2, your arms are crossed. Now, it feels neutral. You might even be cold. Might feel comfortable. But to him, it reads as closed off and guarded. So put your hands in your lap, arms by your side. That small shift signals you're relaxed and open to the world. Number 3, no eye contact. This is the green light he's waiting for. A glance held just a second longer than usual. That's his signal that it's safe to approach. Without it, most men won't risk the rejection. Number 4, resting serious face. Yes, that's what we call it. Now, you might just be thinking or concentrating or focused, but he sees someone who doesn't want to be disturbed, someone who doesn't want to be interrupted. So a soft expression costs nothing and changes everything. Now, just to remind you, this isn't about performing, right? But it is about you letting your outside match your inside. So if you're open, let your body say so. Follow for more and good luck out there.
Now, me and one of my friends were just walking the West Side Highway for like an hour, and of course the conversation of dating comes up, and she's like, where are you meeting guys? Like, where are the guys hanging out? Because I do not use dating apps. I have literally been on 2 dating app dates in my entire life, and I have good success in the wild, I would say. And I'm like, you know what? We're asking the question wrong. It's not where am I finding the guys, it's where are the guys hanging out? So if you're a guy in New York City, where are you going? And do not tell me a bar or a club. I am not finding my husband at either of those places. I am going to the bars to have a girls' night. I don't go to clubs, so yeah, girls' night. Where are the guys going? Where can we meet you? If you are a single, eligible bachelor, a good man, where can we find you? And do you want to be found? Because it seems a little questionable when we're out and about. Like, do you even want to be found? We're here. We're right in front of your face. We are under your nose. So approach us. Why are we not approaching?
No, because we're expected to provide and protect. Meanwhile, what do women bring to the table? Well, what is it that you think you should be protecting and providing specifically within the context of a relationship? We protect them and their lives, and we provide finances and a lifestyle. Historically, yes, men have provided food through dangerous means such as hunting and protected women from attacks, rampages, etc. But as society has evolved and technology advanced, especially with the creation of weaponry and alarm systems and so much more, these advancements have given women the job opportunities to provide for themselves and even protect themselves. Are you saying that men are useless? Not at all. The masculine is just as important in protecting and providing today as it always has been. You're just holding on to a very primitive meaning of it. Its meaning has evolved just as we have. What the masculine provides that women can't for themselves within the context of a relationship is that emotional containment for the feminine to thrive, and what you're protecting is her heart. That feminine essence itself that gives her the ability to offer you a warm, supportive, and nurturing space. But most women aren't feminine anymore. Well, that's because for generations, the feminine hasn't been protected. It's been controlled and suppressed. And so women have abandoned their own femininity in order to provide and protect themselves. So you're saying if I want a woman to embrace her femininity, then what I provide isn't necessarily money, but emotional containment for her to feel safe to express that femininity? Bingo.
So boom. Self-respect is the foundation of love. Without respect, love fades. Self-respect is simply maintaining your authenticity, maintaining who you are in the face of adversity, in the face of other people. When you bend over for someone, when you people please, when you are a simp, other people lose respect for you. They recognize that you do not have self-respect. They end up not valuing you. And when you sacrifice who you are, your soul gets upset. And slowly over time, these relationships become empty and lonely feeling because you are not truly allowing yourself to be who you are. These are relationships built on performance, performing for one another at the cost of the self. Performance causes relationships, especially romantic ones, to fall apart. They cannot survive without authenticity because the soul will never be happy that way. Have self-respect. Say no. Do not bend over backwards for another person, especially when they wouldn't do the same for you. Be authentic. Make your soul happy. Do not settle for performance and empty relationships. Find real love, not love that is doomed from the start. Watch my YouTube for more. Join my Discord, Drizzle.
I uploaded a video talking about the fact that men should stop pursuing women that they can't keep up with, and that if a man deems a woman as materialistic and then continues to pursue her, that makes zero sense. Now a man, of course, always a man, commented on my video and he said, "It's always the black ones." Now I'd like to preface that he is referencing the colour of my skin and that as a black woman I shouldn't be talking on this topic. Now I was hoping and I was guessing that this comment came from somebody who wasn't black because that's the only way it would make sense. However, lo and behold, you are a black man. Now since you're a black man, I can only assume that your mum is black, and if you have a sister, she's also black, and your dad, yeah, probably black, which means you are projecting. And since you're projecting, I can only assume that you hate yourself because it makes no sense for a black man to comment on a black woman's post saying it's always the black ones. Now what I find most interesting in your content amongst your outfit of the days is there are multiple Bible verses. It's always them ones. Now since you are a man of God, supposedly, if we open our Bibles and we flip to Luke 6 verse 45, it says, "For the mouth speaks what the heart is full of." Now since you've taken it upon yourself to leave hate on my page, I can only assume that you have hate in your heart. Now the good thing is that today is Sunday. You are most definitely going to see the video today because I'm going to tag you. But there's still time to go to church and to fill your heart with the Holy Spirit, instead of spewing hate on women's pages. Now let's make sure that our actions are glorifying God, and that as a black man we are not hating on other black women, because not only does that make no sense, but it is entirely unwarranted. Have a good day, sir.
Side. But these are my kids. And I'm not debating that. I'm just saying you've been hollering all day and maybe you're just stressed out. That's all I'm saying.
Everybody else.
I'm saying I can always help any way that I can. I can keep them some days to get you some rest or something like that, because you holler a lot and I'm saying I know you stressed out. You work a lot, baby. I'm not trying to be in your business, but we have been neighbors for a year.
This is so tired. Like, you know how being a single mom?
No.
Tiring. I can't speak no more. It's tiring. You wake up, you get phone calls all the time. Kids ain't acting right. You gotta get whoopings all the time. Then you got the society on you. I'm trying to make sure they don't raise to where they get by these police. They don't get beat up by these other boys in the street. I don't need nobody else telling me what to do.
I know.
I'm the only one with these kids 5 days a week, 365 days a year.
I'm offering if I could help, if I could. You know, that's all I'm saying. That's what I hear. I just hear you all the time. And I get it, honey. And I don't want to upset you no more, but I'm saying that's all I hear you over there. And I do a lot of praying for you because I know. And sweetheart, I'm so sorry. And they love you. They love you. Don't cry. Lord have mercy. Y'all see how y'all, come on now. Give your mother a hug. Come on. Y'all got to do better, y'all, in school and stuff now. This is all you got. See, all you got. I'll help you. I will. I promise you, I'll help you. They gonna do right. Y'all gonna do better. Y'all gonna try to do better?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So let me know what I can do, baby. Here, just come on over. You're not by yourself. I know it seemed like it, but you're not by yourself.
I've been the one that's always in my situations like hurt the girl. You know what I mean? I don't say that like I feel bad about it. I be feeling bad because it's like I really might like a girl. I really might rock with a girl. And it's just like, I guess I'm just not in the point to fully lock in with one girl. That's why I think I said on some podcasts, I'm finna like try this little celibacy thing, dog. I'm finna
You celibate right now?
Yeah, like I'm really.
How long has it been?
It's been a little minute.
How long?
It's been a little minute.
A week?
You could take that as you want. It's been a little minute.
2 days. All right, it's Fashion Week in New York right now.
I'm gonna say, I ain't done nothing.
Oh, for real?
Mm-mm. But like the reason for that, I'm gonna tell you the reason for it. I seen my mom and my dad married for 32 years. We're from Missouri, so it's a small, it's a small state, a small area, and like that still exists. So a lot of people that ask these questions, do men always cheat? Do women always cheat? It's people that are living in these big cities that all they see is people cheating on each other.
Yeah.
But like where I'm from, like a marriage and like a healthy household still existed. So my mom and my dad have been rocking for 32 years, had 7 kids. So for me, that was always the goal, is to like find a good woman, settle down, have some kids, chill out, post-career, and do my thing. So to me, that's the goal. But I feel like because I've been exposed to so much and been around so much and been, like seen so many beautiful women, been around so many beautiful women, like I feel like my vision is like blurry. Like I can't even tell if this girl is like a wifey type or if she's like, and then even if I do take her serious, I'm comparing her to these other girls because like so I feel like I gotta like detox. Like I feel like I gotta detox, and then if I take some time away and I come back, I'll be able to like see a little bit. I'll be able to see a little bit clearly what I'm feeling. You know what I mean? Because at this point, I don't even know what I want in a wife.
And you'll have a lot of these modern women that will ask about chivalry. They'll ask about a man being traditional, right? But the issue is, when the man was giving you flowers, you were rolling your eyes at him. He was giggling, you was laughing. A man go and open a door for you, he get a lecture on how you're strong and independent and you don't need no man and thanks, but and whatever other stupid stuff that you want to come with. Oh, well, thanks, but I really don't need that. So I don't want you holding on my hand. I wasn't going to do that. I was just being a gentleman like I was taught. When men continue to come up against that attitude over and over again, why in the world would they keep on going in that direction? Why would they keep on doing that? Why would they keep on giving you the benefit of him being a gentleman and you're just going to act stupid?